Growing up, I didn't want to be a lawyer. I didn't really know what I wanted to be, but I always knew I wanted to be a mom. Good job.
My son's name is Alden. He's a little over 2 years old. I got married basically the same month I made partner, and Alden arrived the next year.
That happens a lot.
I'm usually starting work by 8 a.m. and then I typically do the pickup at the end of the day. So I pick Alden up usually by 5, and then I have him for the evenings and get dinner ready and put him to bed. You gonna climb up the stairs?
Yeah.
Come on, buddy, thank you. Do you want to hold mom's hand? Is it wet? Can you sit on the bench for mom? Yeah.
Who wants cut it in half and who wants a whole one?
Oh, Colin's making up.
I have 3 children, 1 daughter and 2 little boys. We have a full-time nanny. We also have family that comes in to help a lot. It takes a village. I can't stress that enough. Number 1, I don't do all the childcare. I could not. Trucks do important jobs each day. Come on, the gang's all here. An ideal day is when all of my children sleep through the night. Chances are that at least a couple times a week, one of them has a bad dream or falls out of bed or just decides to wake up at 5 a.m. If I had a rough night and need to sleep a little bit more in the morning, then maybe even if I was planning on going into the office, I won't go into the office and I'll stay home instead. I work in the office 2 or 3 days a week and work from home typically about 2 days a week.
Yeah, that's Daddy's car.
And Mommy.
And Mommy?
Oftentimes when you have leave, it's when you're first becoming a new parent, and it's not equitable. One parent is shouldering more of that responsibility, and if you start that off in the beginning, then sometimes that imbalance can continue.
I think that most people want to make accommodations for young moms, and sometimes they don't necessarily know the concerns that are out there. Men do not have to think about nursing and pumping, and God, the places I have pumped. Let's say I'm taking a deposition at some other firm. I might ask, oh, do you have a place where I can pump? And typically you're given some place, but it could be a conference room that there's no lock on the door, or a conference room with internal windows. They're my favorite. Work in Lewis actually has this new service where if you have breast milk, to ship it home for you, packed on dry ice. I'm going to California in a few weeks and I'm gonna sign up for that service. We also have what's called the Ramp Up program, which is so cool. After you get back from maternity leave for 6 months, your hours are reduced by 25%. It takes a little bit of that pressure off.
It's 2 monsters.
That is 2 months. My firm gives a lot of benefits to parents. We have a backup daycare program, which in particular, our firm allows it for not just sending a child to a center, but also for in-home care. I've never felt uncomfortable being like, I have to leave by 4. I can't attend this because I have to get my son. To have that sort of openness and acceptance, I think is huge. If there isn't an open dialogue, people are going to think, oh, that's not acceptable. One of the first things I noticed when I came over to my firm, the year I lateraled, another woman had made partner on maternity leave, and I thought, that's a good sign. That suggests to me I'm in the right place when those kinds of things are not abnormal. To me, the number one is to see people in leadership roles being parents and talking about the responsibility for being a parent, what that involves in a real way to make associates feel comfortable, make associates look down the line and say, okay, this person does this.
When lawyers and associates are given flexibility with their schedules, that makes all the world of difference, because it's difficult to manage the needs of your children and the needs of your colleagues and of your clients. But we're trying and give us that flexibility, and it'll, I think, be repaid to you in spades, because when I'm able to be a good mom, I'm happier and able to be a better lawyer. When I'm able to be a good lawyer, I'm happier and better able to be a good mom.